Hi, everybody. It is Monday, June 3rd, and I am here to give you your assignment for today, explain everything you're going to do, and basically show you exactly what the expectations are. So if you're in the slides, you can go to slide 69, and there you will see the agenda for the day. There is a video here for you to watch if you want about Stephen King films, which we know that Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me are both adapted from Stephen King's short stories. So it's just an interesting little tidbit about other movies of his, including the new It. So check that out. But the main work for today, if you look at slide 72, you're going to see a picture of a graphic organizer that says the Shawshank Redemption and Stand By Me comparative discussion assignment, which also should have pushed out on Google Classrooms. See, it's here, it's scheduled for today. Once you open that up, you're going to get this particular graphic organizer. So what this is going to look like, you're going to choose one scene from The Shawshank Redemption and one scene from Stand By Me that you feel parallel each other. We know that both of those movies are about unlikely friendships. So you want to pick scenes that kind of go together in a specific way, that show similar ideas. So if you take a look at the slides, I listed the scenes from Stand By Me as well as the scenes from The Shawshank Redemption, the ones that we focused on in our note taking. So pick one from each and then talk about their connections to theme. Then the final thing you're going to do down here, it's fill in the blank thesis statement that leads you to making a claim about those two scenes. Once you finish this, then you're going to submit it on Google Classroom for me to take a look at it. Remember, it is a required formative, so make sure that you work on this today. Hope you're having a good day, and email me if you have any questions. Bye. So I have new words to bring some new insight to your essay. So the other thing is just a pet peeve, and stylistically, I hate in conclusion to start your conclusion. So I'm going to go ahead and start workshopping this first sentence. So I'm going to just start it brand new and say, in a doll's house, Ibsen creates Nora as a dynamic character whose change is spurred on externally through other characters in order to make her a new woman at the conclusion of the play. It's the same thesis I started with, but new words. It doesn't list everything out because I'm going to do that in the recap. So I can delete this out because I've already said that, and then I'm going to move on to my recap. Again, I made some notes here of the main ideas in each one of my sentences, or I'm sorry, in each one of my topic sentences, in each one of my paragraphs. So I'm just going to say here, she begins the drama as meek and submissive, then through the catalysts and models of Krogstad and Christine, Nora begins to see that true change is possible. The final, I don't want to say catalyst again, so I'm just going to put it in here and then I'll find another word. The final catalyst for her permanent change, however, is the confrontation from her husband Torvald. Okay, now I'm just going to open up here, see, synonym for catalyst. Impetus, incentive, motivation. Motivation, I like that. Okay, so I've got my recap here in these two sentences. Then the last thing I want to do is I need a resolve, sort of like a final idea where I mention the author's purpose and sort of like go back to the larger implication. So let me go back up here and I can see that, let's see here. Nora's change as a character parallels the feminist change Ibsen wanted to effect in his country as a whole. So, okay. Ibsen creates Nora as his protagonist, as a shining example of what the women in Norway can be. Feminist, independent warriors. It's kind of an overstatement, but I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here, make sure I italicize A Doll's House, and then make my highlighting the same. Great. Okay, so that is my conclusion. Now, as I scroll through, you can see all of the previous work that I've done here, and I'm all the way up here to the title. Now, with your title, you want to have two parts to it. The first part, you want something catchy, like some kind of song title or saying or something like that. And then what you do in your essay as the second part. So let me go back over here to my slides and I'll show you a few examples of titles. Remember, catchy title, song reference, cliche, short turn of phrase, and then an explanation of what's in your paper. So, Who Run the World? Feminist symbolism in a doll's house. Criminal Minds, the motif of psychosis in The Stranger. Fly Like an Eagle, imagery of birds of prey and chronicle of a death foretold. Now, remember, no quotation marks unless the first part of your title is a song or a poem. Who Run the World and Fly Like an Eagle are, so that's why I have quotation marks there. Don't forget, you need to still italicize the title of the novel and you need to mention it and make sure that you have a clear literary device or an element mentioned in the second part. So here in the second part, I already know what this is. So I'm just going to say Nora's character change in Ibsen's A Doll's House. Actually, I don't need Ibsen's, so I'm just going to get rid of that to make it a little shorter. Okay, italicized. Okay, so I need something catchy that's going to be about women, about change, about feminism. So let me run through sort of like the song titles in my head. A Woman's World. Just a Girl. I don't love it, but it'll do for now. I'm going to say just, and I need quotation marks around it because it is a, seems like there's a Beyonce song that would be better than that, but that's okay. Yeah, sorry, running through the Lemonade album in my head, maybe Not Sorry or something along those lines, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it as Just a Girl for now, just to show you that that's how you do it. So here's my title, Just a Girl, Nora's character change in A Doll's House. And there is my essay with all the parts new and pretty and color coded. Keep it like this so that way when we conference tomorrow, that I can see that you've been through all the steps, and we can target some specific things to look at. So hope you've been able to keep up. That's all for now, and I will see you tomorrow.